It's like the most 80s thing ever. I think this was hanging, like of all places, I think it was like hanging by the bathroom, which is absolutely hilarious. Yeah, right here, man, check this out. That's the photo. It says, my tastes are simple, I like to have the best. Look at that, crazy. Crazy, man. It's funny how little things like that, it just like burned in my mind. I never forgot it.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the...
Man, so certain things in my life, like they just stick with you. So I'll never forget it. So my mom had this photo, this old photo, like the most quintessential like 80s photo ever, like kind of like the movie Arthur. But there's this old school like Victorian mansion, and there's this old like 1930s era, something like that, like Rolls Royce out in front of it. And I'll never forget it. It says like in the bottom left-hand corner, it says, my tastes are simple, I like to have the best. And if you know anything about me, like growing up, I grew up in a trailer park. I mean, certainly wasn't Rolls Royces and mansions, that's for sure. But whatever reason, that stuck and burned like a freaking laser beam into my head. So it was just one of those things to where in my head, like I knew that was what I wanted. I knew that's the life that was for me. I didn't know how I was gonna get it. I didn't know, as a younger, I knew I wasn't gonna be like a movie star. I mean, it just never seemed like that was gonna be my thing, but I didn't know what it was, but I knew that was the life that I wanted. And the Rolls Royce was one that, even like the Grey Poupon commercials, but I knew that was for me. And I get that dreamer mentality. I was on a podcast not too long ago, and the guy was like, I think you get your dreamer mentality from your mom. And it hit me like a ton of bricks, because I think that's absolutely true. My mom always, was talking big things and wanted nice things. We didn't have them. So when I started, coming up in business, I knew that was for me. And the Rolls Royce that I got this year was absolutely the promise that I made to myself that one day I'm gonna have that, and I made it happen. And I take nothing for granted. So I'm sure people on the outside look, on the outside looking in, like, man, this guy's showing off, or douchebag, or whatever you say. Like, you can think that, but this was a childhood dream and a promise that I kept to myself, and I made it happen. It's pretty surreal. So anyone out there that you had those childhood dreams that you never fulfilled and you gave up on, you may need to dig deep and start settling some scores that you made with yourself those years ago, because I will tell you, I'm 38 years old and I'm still checking things off my list. Why not you? You deserve it.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my